there, thanks for clicking on this week's segment of And Now You Know with Realtor Row. So I am on vacation, but I did want to jump on to take a few minutes to talk about something that we have all been hearing an awful lot about and a lot of people don't want to talk about, and that is rumors of a coming recession. First of all, it is not something that is actually agreed upon by many economists, and so you should be taking that with a grain of salt. But the bigger point is that even if there is a recession, it is not going to be like the Great Recession. It is not going to affect the housing industry. So people are becoming very guarded about buying a home or investing in real estate because of what happened back about 13 years ago. And so just to review, any of the previous recessions that we have had, they have not affected housing prices like the last one did. The reason that the Great Recession, which is of course very fresh in our minds, did have that kind of effect, that was because of the fact that we had lots of subprime mortgages and inflated prices that really weren't based in fact. So right now we have housing prices that are going up, but they are going up because of limited inventory. And so because of that, we are not looking at the housing market being affected if there indeed is a recession. So you really shouldn't let that scare you. And if you look at historically the recessions that we have had over the last 40 years, you'll see that even with a recession, that housing prices were never affected, even by, on average, it was 2.7% that they would be affected. So in that case, you look at the Great Recession and you'll see that on average housing prices were affected by something like nearly 17%. And the Great Recession lasted 19 months. But the recession before that lasted the longest in 80 and 81, only lasted about, or did last actually 17 months. But housing prices were still only affected by about 6%. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at just what an anomaly the Great Recession was. And once again, although it is something that affected this country on such a large scale, and so it's a good thing to keep those things in mind, but you have to remember that it has been something that it was a lesson that was learned, and so you do have much tighter lending standards. You don't have the subprime mortgage market like we did then, and instead you look at right now the bottom 10% of current mortgage holders, their low score is averaging at 649. Now back when the Great Recession took place, that low score was 602. That's a big difference. And so those are just some of the things to look at, some indicators to think about. So if you are thinking about jumping into the housing market, then you shouldn't be scared off by the rumors that are out there about a coming recession. If you have any other questions, give me a call. I can also connect you with some wonderful mortgage bankers who are going to know even more about this than I do. But I did just want to jump on and let you know that right now we have historic lows, and I hate to see people missing out on that. Pardon me. I mean, when you have mortgage rates that are lower than 4%, and you're not getting into the market because of those fears, I just thought maybe somebody needed to go ahead and talk about it. So I hope that you did learn something, and that you can share it with others. And if you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook, you'll be notified the next time that I post a segment of And Now You Know with Realtor Row. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.